aka Call Me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled Vivica Fox is still crying over 50 Cent. Let's get right into it.
By the time February 1997 came, Vivica Fox would be in the first major movie that I would see her in, a movie called Booty Call. It was with, Jamie Foxx, Tommy Davidson, and Tamala Jones. And for most of us who were in high school at that time, we were introduced to a very beautiful, talented actress. She was 32 then, turning 33 that summer. But damn, Vivica A. Fox was so fine.
Damn.
In 2003, 50 Cent would shoot his shot at Vivica A. Fox at the BET Awards. And she had to be around 38 to 39. And guess what? She was still fine. 50 Cent must have been about 27 or 28, but their relationship was on fire. I mean, it was brief, but it was very public. But still, we're talking about it today. And we're going to get back to that relationship. As time would go on, Vivica A. Fox and 50 Cent would split up. 50 Cent would transition from hip hop into doing TV shows and movies and things like that, making a lateral move and then what I would consider a vertical move. While, Vivica A. Fox started to do stuff like, selling hair bundles and going to some forms of entrepreneurship, getting little roles here and there. But 50 Cent would become a man that she never expected him to become. And she would show some level of chagrin for passing up on 50 Cent.
I've said this many times before, 50 Cent was the love of my life. He was the one that, kind of blew that one. Happens. I was young, had been used to taking care of myself. 50 wanted me to be his princess, and I didn't get it.
Now, Vivica A. Fox was...
I didn't get it. I was young. Vivica, you were 40 years old when you met 50. What are you talking about? You were young. And this is why I always say women over the age of 35, they're like worthless to date, right? They're not worth dating at all. And it's not because something inherently is wrong with women at the age 35 plus, but it's that feminism ruins them. Feminism makes them think that they have all the time in the world to keep dating, that their options are going to keep growing, that people are going to keep finding them more and more valuable because for themselves, they became more and more valuable for themselves. They get smarter, they get wiser, but they don't understand that men don't necessarily desire older women. And if they understood this, if they rejected feminism, they could become more desirable, right? Because there's no reason why a woman who's had a lot of life experience couldn't realize how to actually attract the thing of her desire, right? You had enough time on this planet to know what to do. But women like Vivica Fox, she passed upon 50, who was the hottest artist when I was growing up, like 20 years ago, 25 years ago. He was blowing up. And she's in her 40s. You would think, all right, this is the time where she's going to get it right. And she still passed up on a good thing. Now, Vivica Fox is 60 years old, 20-something years later, and she still thinks she has all the opportunities in the world. She thinks she has all the options in the world. I guarantee Vivica still keeps her legs closed. As if anybody wants her. Who wants her? It's impressive, man. Feminism really has ruined the minds of a lot of women. I mean, brain rot and feminism goes hand in hand.
It'll be beautiful. But then something started to happen. We started to see her face change a lot. And not that she was ugly or anything. It's just that her face got a lot wider out of the blue. Now, it's not because I feel like she put on, weight or anything, because even when she was like 50, she still looked like she always looked. But then something just happened, it's like her face started kind of swelling up. And then Tasha K did this.
This looks normal. Besides all the Botox, and they put too much Botox in the forehead, so it's spreading the forehead, because what it does is stretches your skin out when you do Botox, and when it dissolves, your skin gets thick. It's kind of like losing weight and gaining weight and losing weight, and the skin starts sagging, so they put more Botox in, so the face gets bigger and bigger and wider. And there's no issue with this video at all. However, keep watching.
So as it appears, Vivica A. Fox was receiving Botox injections, and it does swell your face and then it stretches your skin out, which makes sense as to why Vivica A. Fox's, public appearance changed. And then this.
She looks like a normal 50-plus-year-old black woman. The BBL's a little off. It don't match the legs, but pause. Who is that? Who the f is that?
Got him!
So Vivica A. Fox was ashamed of what she was starting to look like, because what she would do is post AI photos of what she used to look like, basically being ashamed of what the Botox did to her face. Now, this is important because Vivica A. Fox was trying to, invest in her looks, and it appears the Botox did the exact opposite, but that wasn't the only thing that she tried to do. Tasha K mentioned it. Vivica A. Fox got the Botox, and then she also got the BBL. And this particular video went viral like earlier this year when she was at a particular, I think like a hair salon, or she had like a new hair product coming out somewhere in Texas, and she came in and people noticed the BBL. But 50 Cent decided to do something.
BBL may have 50 Cent spinning the block. He posted this to his own Instagram. Trolling. One thing about 50, he...
I'm just saying, bro, like, you literally can't make this up. Vivica Fox, I remember in high school, we thought she was so bad. So when 50 got her, we're like, yo, 50's the man, you know what I'm saying? And he did it at the right time, even though she was approaching 40, 38, 39, 40 years old. She was still a lot of people's crush, growing up. In all those movies that she was in, she was bad. She was an attractive, naturally beautiful black woman. Fast forward, now she's a disfigured old woman who, by the way, why would you get a BBL in your 60s? Yo, the media, right? Pop culture and the media has really ruined women's minds to make them think that all they got to do is get one more procedure. All they got to do is do one more thing and they're going to become the it thing again. Nobody's looking for a postmenopausal woman with a BBL. Like, can you really think about, ladies, I understand that you don't want to be, you don't want your value tied to your sexuality. I get it. You don't want to. You want to be looked at as smart, intelligent, clever woman. I get that. But in a dating market, sex matters. I know you don't want it to matter, but it matters. And this is why it's important for a lot of women to get married early on in life so they have a long-term partner with them. So when they get to the age of 60, like Vivica Fox, they don't look crazy like this. Vivica, where is your husband? Where's your husband? Okay? So here she is. She thinks that the cosmetic industry and she's using AI. So think about it, right? She's using surgeries, AIs, and filters, and still nobody wants your ass. You have to give it up. You're supposed to be a grandma by now. You don't even got children. And you're quick to criticize men. And I think she criticized 50 Cent. We're probably going to get to that in this video. Talking about, oh yeah, don't date men like him or whatever. We're going to get to that. But I just think it's so hilarious that women like this have no self-awareness. They have no idea that nobody's checking for you. Nobody's looking to go wife and splurge and give an old woman princess treatment. Nobody. The only person that could have possibly held you in such regard is your husband, who you could have been grandparents with. And this is why a lot of women, you got to think about your future when you're deciding to live like this. It might be fun to try to live like Lori Harvey in your 20s and your 30s, but you got to understand you're following the same path as Vivica. Vivica is a lesson that a lot of women need to learn, but they're not learning it. A lot of them are still defending her. Imagine that. They're still defending her.
Always spins the block. He never forgets. If he's into it with you, once it's up forever.
Now, before this happened, it was almost like Vivica A. Fox was asking 50 Cent for forgiveness, okay? But it seemed that after 50 Cent made fun of her, it probably hurt her feelings, And, she probably did remember it, and that's important. But at the same time, people were making fun of her and her new appearance.
So I came across this. The left side says, when you want her. The right side says, when she wants you.
So somehow, Vivica A. Fox, when she was not looking her best, basically was being trolled by a whole bunch of people as an example of, when you're hot and everybody wants you, you look good, and then when you're not, then you're remorseful. And that continued to be the messaging.
I know a lot of men are getting a lot of enjoyment out of talking about what she looked like back in the day versus what she looked like now, and why she didn't want these things when she looked her best. But let's keep it for real. Most people, this is what they do. Most people, when they look their best, when they're in the best position financially, they don't want to settle down. They don't want the people that want them at that time, right? They think they got so many options. They think that so many people want them that they can keep playing around. And then finally, when that money dry up or when them looks ain't the same, then all of a sudden, that's when them standards start dropping and they willing to accept certain things. Or they keep the same standards and now it sounds delusional that they want these things when they don't look the same or they're not in the same place financially.
So imagine getting...
It's funny that Dana D said this because she's doing the exact same thing. Dana, you're almost 40 years old and you're playing the same game. You act like you got all these... Women do that. Yo, female nature is so diluted, it's not even funny, bro. I see it all the time. Even now, you guys would think, right? You would think by now, even from myself, that I'm finally, I'm someone that got motion, someone that got status, someone that's making money. Everybody wants to be an influencer. I'm an influencer. You would think by now, women would be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? This dude right here, he's a good catch. Even women still give me a hard time, bro. I mean, I got bitches. I'm not saying I don't got bitches, right? You know what I'm saying? But when I'm talking and meeting new women, I see how they treat me. In my mind, I'm like, girl, you don't understand that I'm a caterpillar about to become a butterfly. You dissing me as a caterpillar, but I'm about to become a butterfly, right? Like you're fresh milk about to become spoiled milk. So you don't see where we're going. I'm about to become a butterfly. You're about to become spoiled milk. You don't see how this is going to transition. But they play you and they act like they're going to have unlimited options. And so they wait and they delay and they drag their feet. Women like Dana D and Vivica Fox, it's all the same mindset. This is why I don't like Dana D, because she calls people out for the same shit she's guilty of. She's guilty of this. She's guilty of this. She thinks because she's an influencer that she's more desirable, you know what I'm saying, on the dating market. No, you're not. Not as a woman. You might have more money, you might get more attention, but that doesn't make you more desirable. Does it make men more desirable? Yes. Does it make women more desirable? No. So y'all keep acting like y'all act like that you got all the leverage. You don't. You don't. And I laugh. I sit back and laugh. It makes me work harder. I personally work harder because I'm like, all right, sleep on me all you want. Sleep on me all you want. It's like what Tupac said. Last year I was in this exact same club. No one paid me any mind. The next year, now it's like, oh, you can't even stand next to me. They're all over me. He's like, what happened? I'm the same dude from a year ago. This is how it is for men. For men, women, you know what I'm saying? They don't respect us when we're the caterpillar, knowing that we're going to become a butterfly. They don't respect us. They want to wait till we're a butterfly. How many women have butterfly tattoos on their body? How many? How many? And now, on the flip side, how many women have caterpillar tattoos on the flip side? How many? Like zero, right? Every girl has a butterfly tattoo. Butterfly this, butterfly that. Mariah Carey got a butterfly album. How many women got a caterpillar album? And it just lets you know, is that women wait for you at the finish line, but by the time you get to the finish line, they're finished. They're finished. They're done. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly. You just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
Want these things when they don't look the same or they not in the same place financially.
So imagine getting Botox, getting a BBL, that's struggling. You're in your 60s, you're going on talk shows, and you're talking about the fact that you want to date and guys are not dating you. And then the love of your life, the guy that you really felt like you mistreated him, well, he doesn't want anything to do with you. And remember, 50 Cent had talked about his prior relationship with Vivica A. Fox when he was young.
Mike, that's exactly what my experience with, what's the name, was like with Vivica.
Oh, with Vivica.
She thought I was just saying this stuff like I was overzealous.
Right.
But I had really the plan, like the layout.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm saying, and then
You had the vision.
and then she went off doing stuff that because she didn't
Believe it.
believe it. Like, and then it was like, it felt like the court was dragging the horse.
Right.
And then I had to move away from that because it felt weird, Mike. Like it's like our publicist and stuff was telling the stuff to do.
Yeah.
Stuff. I was like, nah, this is crazy because she'd been on before me. And, you know,
Okay.
she was making me feel like a little boy.
So again, he's saying, look, I was trying to be with her. She was treating me like I was a little boy, and I couldn't really handle that. And then as you know, 50 Cent is still dating like women who are like much younger. Vivica A. Fox was taking her little shots here and there, but it's clear that 50 Cent's last 20 years or last 23 years were more successful than Vivica A. Fox's, and Vivica A. Fox declined in the relationship or the dating market, and 50 Cent still rose. He was able to adjust and she was not. And this brings us to...
And that's a life trajectory for men. Men, we get the last laugh. Women, they get the first laugh and they think to themselves, oh yeah, I'm going to be better than you forever. No, you're not. And this story is so old. What I mean by this story so old, this has happened from time and time again, and women never learn. They never learn. 50 Cent, I'm saying, look at 50 Cent. Think about this right? He was the hottest rapper on the planet, bro. When I was growing up in 2001, 2002, 2003, bro, nobody could touch 50, bro. He was like the Tupac of his time. He was like G-Unit, everything. He was the biggest. He was what Drake is now. 50 Cent was that. He couldn't fail. And he was with Eminem, and he was with Dr. Dre. He couldn't fail. And still Vivica, old ass in her 40s, try to humble him. This is what women will do to you. I'm telling you. I see it right now in my own life. I'm telling you right now in my own life. You know many girls I know want to be content creators? They see me as a content creator. Instead of saying to themselves, damn, yo, he can help me get to where I want to be. You know what they act like? Oh, I'm going to be bigger than him. You going to be bigger than me? You going to be bigger than me? That's exactly what you think it is? Unbelievable, yo. Unbelievable. And I say this because, I understand what 50 Cent was going through. He had a whole vision and plan for his life for the next 20 years, and she's thinking that she's going to just become so desirable, she's going to be able to get many 50 Cents. Oh, 50 Cent? And the next hottest rapper is going to want her. She's Vivica Fox. It's all this hubris that women have. Beautiful women have the most hubris you'll ever see. And what they don't understand is that they're not special. They're not. Beautiful women are a dime a dozen. And guess what? Here's the worst part about being a beautiful woman. There's a bunch of other beautiful women turning 18 every day. And you can't compete with younger women. 50 Cent, right now, he just turned 50 years old. He still get better bitches than me. I'm younger than him. Why? Because status and wealth and lifestyle does a lot for a man. It does nothing for women. And Vivica Fox still wants people to take her out and wine and dine her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't come. If me and 50 Cent went out, he was still all the attention. If Vivica Fox went out with some young girls at a club in Miami, she can't compete with them. She can't hold a candle to people women that no one has ever heard of. Ain't nobody trying to get Vivica Fox in their club section. Stop playing, bro. But women don't understand this shit, bro. They don't. They really don't get. And to me, like it's like I think to myself, like, yo, at what point are women going to observe reality for reality, or are they going to continuously live in delusion and ignore reality? Because that's what it seems like. And if it can happen at Vivica Fox level, where you're famous, you're rich, you got money, you got visibility, if it can happen to her, it can happen to anybody. And I see it right now. That's what I'm trying to say. Feminism has made women over the age of 35, 36, who have no kids and are attractive, undateable. Because they move like Vivica Fox. Not realizing is, if I could attract you at 35, 36, you're an attractive woman. You have to understand I could attract a younger woman too. You have to understand that. But they don't. And so, guess what? They end up just like Vivica.
But to adjust, and she was not. And this brings us to something that just happened in the last 48 hours. Vivica A. Fox is at some particular place, I don't know, at an event, and she's, being asked questions. And then out of the blue, she says this.
Fire to chase after their dreams. Don't date 50 Cent and don't date no damn rappers.
50 Cent would respond to this. He says, either way, I'm gonna have that ass in the Matrix. I love me some you, girl. But damn, it's been 22 years, Vivica. So people basically decided to respond. He basically told her to come home. No, he didn't, boo. He do not want her. Kim Whitley, oh, thank you, 50. Now, this is interesting because 50 Cent was thoroughly being disrespected by Vivica A. Fox. And you see what Kim Whitley is saying. Oh, thank you, 50. Basically, thank you for not humiliating Vivica A. Fox, who is known for being disrespectful to black men, and she hasn't learned it in the last 61 years of her life. But somehow 50 Cent must take the higher road, even though Vivica A. Fox doesn't want to take the higher road. And then you see this. Oh, he wasn't mean. Vivica A. has been talking about him for years. She still loved that man. Now, this is something that is also true. Again, this is something that is expected, and I've noticed this. When you're a black man, if you respond, you look like, you're not being manly. But if you're not being mean, it's like, oh, that was nice of him, because she's been talking about you for years, insulting you for years, bringing you up for years. And at the same time, she's on record talking about the fact that she dropped the ball herself, and she's the reason for why she's single right now. Again, you have more ladies. This is the nicest version of petty that I've ever observed from him. You hear this right now. He cares about her feelings. He loves her for real. This is the aunt and the uncle of my family who always beef him but still love each other. Then you have this, LOL, that was a very nice response for him. The women clearly understand that what she's doing is completely unprofessional and rude, and she doesn't deserve mercy. But
she's bitter, she's old, she's unattractive, undesirable, so she's mad at the world like we did something to her. Don't date rappers. When she dated a rapper when she could. And then told the whole world that this is the love of her life. Because she found the love of her life in her 40s. As Vivica didn't have many opportunities that she passed on. This is what happens. Women keep God keeps sending the men and they keep passing on. Oh, I want better. 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 Women always think they can get better. Now they're Vivica Fox age and realize it ain't going to get no better. And now she mad at everybody. Why are you mad at everybody? You were given many opportunities. You were given many chances. Don't date no rapper. This is a woman. She's 60 years old and she still can't take accountability, bro. She still can't take accountability. Like, she might be 60, but she got the maturity of a 15-year-old. Yeah. Women carry the maturity of a 15-year-old to their old age. Instead of saying, like, damn, you know what? I fumbled that. I really did. I really thought I was hot shit. I really thought, I didn't know he was going to become who he is now. You think she would love... Think about this. You don't think Vivica Fox would have loved to have started a family with 50 in her 40s? 20 years later, they got a 20-year-old son, 22-year-old daughter, whatever. And then now they're expecting grandchildren and she's growing in old age and she still has a hip-hop mogul. 50 Cent's a bigger mogul now. If anything, he's a bigger star now in a sense because he's done so much in his long career. He's an OG now. When he first came out, he was a young guy on the block. We didn't know if he was going to last. He stood the test of time. He has more power, more influence. He's made more money now. And if he wanted to, here's the funny part. And this is what happens to a lot of older men. He could start a new family right now. In fact, he just had a kid not that long ago with, the skank, whatever her name was. The girl that's part of the Diddy parties. What's her name? What's the, oh man, what girl was in the Diddy? She's in the freak offs? Damn, I can't think of the blazing chick I don't even know. But even she's getting older, that blazing chick I'm talking about. 50 Cent could get a 23-year-old girl right now. Right now. And instead of women understanding this, they try to shame this. Oh, why you date so young? You're dating children. How is 24-year-old a child for a woman? How is 24? If she's been a legal adult for 6 years, but in a woman's mind, she's still a child. It just shows you even women admit that they're immature at the age 24. Even they admit. Oh, you like to deal with children. No, she's a woman. I don't care if 50 Cent got shoes older than her, she's still a woman. I don't care if he got suits older than her, she's still a woman. I don't care if he drives a car older than her, she's still a woman. But women find ways to shame and make fun of other women or make fun of men for dating younger women to try to eliminate the competition. That's what she's telling you right now. Don't date 50 Cent. Don't date rappers. She's trying to eliminate the competition so she could possibly do it. You think Vivica Fox wouldn't date another rapper right now? Vivica, what's your options? What options you got, Vivica? It's the hubris, yo. And she thinks because she can get Botox, because she wear wigs, because there's AI and she can use filters, that somebody actually want her ass. That she could fool the world that she's so desirable, you need to spoil her and take her shopping. For what? Unbelievable, y'all.
Are excited that Vivica A. Fox is not being blasted because 50 Cent has all kind of receipts in which he could really hurt her feelings. We've already seen how she looks with the Botox. He could go for the BBL, but he doesn't. And the reason why he doesn't is because he feels sorry for her. And again, this is what is happening with certain brothers, especially some of the guys who are extremely successful. And then you see somebody like Vivica A. Fox, who's historically very beautiful, but doesn't have the attitude to match the looks. And what you can get away with when you're 33, 34, you can't get away with once you're 61. And that's because Vivica A. Fox did not invest in the one currency that as human beings, we can all cash in one day, which is somebody's goodwill. You see, the reality is it's okay to be beautiful and it's okay to be talented. But there are two things in life that typically hurts almost everybody. One, never being accountable for your own mistakes. Two, blaming other people for why they don't want to deal with your ass. And three, overestimating your leverage in places in which you have none. And as you get older, you have to have more leverage simply because you don't have the looks. And when you're older, you typically have to do more for a mate, especially an attractive mate, if you are a lady, especially if you're a single lady. It's different if you're like 61 and you've been married for like 30 years or 40 years. That's a little bit different. But if you're 61 and you're in the dating market and you expect that somebody should just put up with you because you are you're not gonna have very much choice but to be mad at somebody else because, well, you're 61 and you definitely won't be mad at yourself because you wanna know why? That's too much responsibility. And all of this is just crash outs. It's deniability. And again, this is why a lot of guys start laughing at women, not just getting angry at you, but they start laughing at you. And this is what you're probably gonna see.
And you gotta understand that most women's trajectory, if they're successful, is exactly Vivica Fox. They will never learn. They will never learn. Because a smart person learns from their mistakes. A wise person learns from the mistakes of others. How many women are going to learn from the mistakes of Vivica Fox? How many women are going to make reaction videos like this saying, I never want to end up like Vivica. I better use my 20s and my prime to secure a long-term partner that can love me into my old age. How many women are going to do that? It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos. And I'll see y'all over there.